Okay, folks, here's another video on Watching Ready. Preparedness for everything that is going to happen. I didn't say think's going to happen. I said what's probably more than likely going to happen. They're going to do a 9 point some million drill in California tomorrow morning. Simulate a evacuation of that many people. So watch for that. And there's a military base in Colorado, Fort Benning. A lot of military movement going on there. Watch for that. Look for that on, the alternative news outlets that are on YouTube, because these are the streams that are out giving truth news, truth information that you need, that the media on the world stage is not telling you. I remember watching a video a long time ago, and they said something about how things were going to play out. And it looks like this person, if I can remember the video, and I don't because it's been so long ago, they talked about how they was going to depopulate the United States. They said somehow they were going to do something on the East Coast, something on the West Coast, something south of the border, and cause everybody to move into the middle of the United States. It looks like that could possibly happen now. Could you imagine if people's homes get flooded out? They got to move up more into the mainland because so many homes are underwater, damaged beyond control, with no hope of repair or replace. Same thing in California. Homes on fire, thousands of homes being burnt out. So these people must find alternative places to live. So they move more inland. As far as the East Coast goes, all the drug users and abusers, they either get thrown in prison, die, or what have you. So wouldn't that leave a lot of the homes vacant? I know a lot of the prisons and jails now are filled beyond capacity. So at some point, I figured they'll have to figure out some other way to off the population to have vacancy at their ends, these jails and prisons. But again, we're going back to the story that I remember hearing from this lady, and I thought it was BS, but it's looking more like she was telling the truth, because they caused something to happen in Texas, Florida, southern states. Texas is a very patriotic state. The West, California, causing something catastrophic to happen there. They're looking at doing the roundup or simulation of an attack of some sort of over 9 million people. So would it make sense to get everybody, say, in the middle of the country, and then, hit the country with an EMP? Wouldn't that give the government complete control of everything you do, eat, watch, listen to, it's seeming more real to me. Not as a joke, not as fear mongering, not to get more subscribers to the channel I've created, but to get people more aware of this is the world we live in, the real reality of our government's agenda, the real reality that there is a government within the government called the deep state. All this can be found if you want to look it up on Google. And you don't even need to type it out. You can just hit the little mic and speak in there for things you are interested in looking for. I think we're in for a big catastrophe on its way before winter. Before Christmas. Everything's looking so bad right now. Everything's happening so fast at this stage of time in this year, and then in these last few months of this year. The more and more I look at it, the more I want to investigate it, the more and more I want to find out what is going on. What are people talking about? What is the main fears that we should be subjecting ourselves to, and what should we do about these fears? Well, most generally, we do not have no control over the threats that are facing us. We can only handle the outcome of the threats that we face. Because before anything happens, it's a ghost, right? We have no control, no thought of who or what direction it may come, or who is behind it, who is causing it to happen. But there is a huge agenda to get the world's population down to a manageable level. And I believe, as other people I've listened to and talked to, that things will not happen in this country unless our government wants to allow it to happen. To you, to me, to our homes and our families. They are very dark and deceptive in their wars on the people. You can believe that. Every law that was ever made was to down and keep you down below them as servants. You'll find it to be true if you sit back and actually think of everything. You are fed the imagination, the dream, that everything is free and you have freedom. But yet, if you want the freedom, it costs you. If you want to drive to a store, first of all, you got to pay all that money on a vehicle to get there. You got to have insurance. You got to have tags. You got to have a driver's license to be able to drive that vehicle. Is that freedom? I think not. If you want to walk over a bank to go fishing, you can't do that. You must obtain a fishing license. Is that freedom? No, it's not. If you want to go hunt to feed your family, you have to obtain first a permit that you must purchase. Then you must purchase a license behind that to be legally allowed to go hunting, to get meat, to feed your family. Is that freedom? Your rights are trampled on as an American citizen. More likely, if somebody would break into your home to do you or your family harm and you would shoot them, you would be the one to go to prison, jail. Now the criminal will either go to the hospital, he'll go to court, whatever, but he has nothing to lose. Understand that. He has nothing to give the government. So he has nothing to lose, nothing to be given. But you, as a citizen, have a home, cars, boats, all your things that make you you. Maybe you got money in the bank, retirement, whatever. Now they can get a lot out of you, take you to court and cause you to spend that money to get out of your trouble. Not free, not free, not free. But things to think about. You can't gamble. You cannot hold a gambling situation in your home on a Friday night, Saturday night with your friends, drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes, whatever you do, and exchange money for fun amongst friends or family. That is totally illegal. But yet you have lotteries, lottery tickets. Is this not gambling? Yes. You are not allowed to sell or distribute drugs, which the pharmacists of this world and planet, Food Drug Administration, have that monopoly in full swing, where they are the most to profit from their sales of their drugs. You are not allowed to kill. If you kill, you could be imprisoned for life or be sent to the gas chamber or lethal injection or electrocution. But our government can go around shooting people all over the globe. Local police, law enforcement can go around shooting unarmed citizens. But yet, that's okay. That's just fine. We're supposed to not give a crap because the government has ultimate power over you and me. Is that freedom? I don't know if you're mad enough to understand that you are not free and things are going to be a mess here before too long because their plans are in full action to come against the American people. I only ask you to do one favor. That is share this video to your friends and your family to like this video. Whether you liked it or not, like it and pass it on, because it could be beneficial to someone else. And if you did like it, leave a comment. If you didn't like it, leave a comment. Tell me what your views are, because this is our world today that we live in, that we breathe in, that we exist in. These are the government powers that be that control every aspect of your life, and bad things are coming. Things used to be great. When I was a kid, there was a great police presence in the neighborhood, so there was like hardly any crime at all. Doors could be left unlocked because people felt protected. Today, we don't have that. Things are failing, and they're failing miserably. We should have progressed in this day and age into a great, great world to live in. But it continues to go south. It continues to show disaster in our future, in our present time. So I'm asking every one of you to like, share, subscribe. This is a message to the people of this great nation that was created under God. I thank you for listening. This is Watching Ready on YouTube. Enjoy your day. Keep thoughts going through your mind. Get a prepper's attitude. Pack a bag. Have safety items within reach in case of a catastrophe that you have to save your family or your children or your loved ones. I'm concerned for all our safety. So we need to get this message out. We need to be talking about it, because it's becoming more evident we're not going to come out of this. Your name will be tossed into a hat, and your name will be drawn. So please, the least you can do is pass this message along so that people that are awake, not asleep, can get the message. Thank you. I'm signing off.